So today I want to answer the question, which online personality do you like the most, right? I think there's this show called The Matrix, right? There's this guy that bent over. I think his name is Keanu Reeves, right? I feel that I really respect him very much, right? I don't actually I think he's a pretty quiet guy, right? You wouldn't exactly call him an online personality, but you hear stories about him. Okay, he's been through a pretty hard and rough life, right? I think he lost his wife in a misfortune, an accident. I think he lost his children as well, right? And I think I remember he was on the show, right? And the show host asked him, right, what do you think happens after you die? And everybody was expecting something to do with the afterlife, right? And I think his answer was something along the lines of, those who know you will miss you a lot.
What do you think happens when we die, Keanu Reeves?
I know that the ones who love us will miss us.
Right, and I think that that really resonated with me, right? And how he spent his life is something that is very something that I like very much, right? He actually takes the subway, right? He takes the MRT just like everyone else, and he helps people, right? If you don't know that he's an actor and you see him around, he looks just like a normal, regular person living life like a normal person. And most of the money, I think, is actually donated to help people, right? And that's what I find so admirable about him. Another personality I really like is Chao Yun, right? He's actually a Chinese personality. In English, I think you call Chao Yun, right? So something interesting about him, his wife is actually Singaporean. I'm a Singaporean too, right? So I'm a sucker for that. And I like the way he lives his life, right? I believe that he's in Hong Kong right now, and I think he lives his life under like what, $500 per month, right? So even though he has so much money, right, but he's still actually trying to spend everything very wisely. And I think he's actually buying food from the wet market, right, which is actually the cheapest that you can get, even cheaper than the supermarket. And I think he takes his relationships very slowly and seriously. With his wife, I think he actually mentioned that he wasn't going to marry his wife, right? Because I think that's a commitment, right? When you make a friend, it's a commitment. And he actually took it slow with her for, I believe, like 5 or 10 years. And on the wife's side, surprisingly, she actually was pretty okay with that, and he respected his boundaries. And I feel that was a very respectful relationship that they had there, which is very difficult to have in Asia, right? Usually in Asia, the woman always pushes the man to marry, and when a man doesn't marry, the woman will go away, right? But that was not the case here. So I'm not sure who I respect more, right? Whether is it Chao Yun or the wife, right? Maybe I respect the wife more. And but of course, Chao Yun didn't take that for granted. Okay, what happened is, I think 10 years later, he eventually realized that, hey, you know, he wanted to provide his girlfriend then some emotional or financial security, and eventually he proposed, which was something he said he would never do, right? And I think that's something that I strongly believe in, right? We try to under-promise, right? And we try to over-deliver. And I think that's exactly what he did, right? Not just in business, but also with personal relationships. And you're not going to find a lot of information about these guys, right? Because they are private, and they're pretty private with their lives. And that's kind of something that I want to, right? But it's an irony, isn't it? Now that I'm actually on social media, my life is not going to be as private as I like it to be. But most of the guys that I admire very much actually have their life private. So it's very hard to find information on them, right? And I'm trying very hard to dig those information, and when I find it, right, I will share it with you. So which online personality or celebrity do you like or respect the most? Let me know who that is and why do you respect or like him so much, right? If you want to find out more about this, the people that I admire, keep watching, hit the subscribe or the like button, right? And we'll keep these videos coming your way. Thank you very much for watching.